Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Dragunity deck profile. Now this is a really fun deck that's primarily based around synchro summoning out really big dragons, and you guys know how I love synchro summoning because my main deck that I play all the time is actually Black Wings. So this is something that's a really fun deck to play around with, and it's pretty cheap, to be honest with you, if you don't play hand traps in it, which I play a couple of hand traps in here, and there are some budget options for that, and then we'll go over that in a minute. But before we get into this, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing one copy of our Dragunity Leviathan, Dragunity Arma Leviathan, and you can special summon this card from your hand or grave by removing from play one face-up monster you control equipped with a Dragunity card, which is pretty cool. They work off of like equipping dragons to themselves and then special summoning them out and using them as tuners and synchros to special summon out really big Dragunity Knights from the extra deck, which is really cool. And I really love this deck because they're actually, I think they're based off of like Irish weapons. I think it's Irish. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but like Yugioh and stuff like that, I think they're Irish. But if you guys know about that, comment down below and tell me. I think it is though, because I watched it in Fate Zero. But you can equip it with the Dragunity cards. But when this card is normal or special summon, you can select one dragon monster in your graveyard, except another copy of itself, and equip it, which that's not going to be a problem because we only play this at one. And when this card is destroyed, or when this card is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can select one of the monsters that was equipped to this card and special summon it. So like if you have Red Eye's Darkness Metal in the grave, you can equip it to this and then special summon it back, which is really good. Then we play 3 copies of Dragunity Mistletoe. Mistletoe is kind of just a big level 6 body to synchro summon with. You can special summon it from your hand by sending one face-up Dragunity monster from that you control to the grave. And then when this card is normal or special summoned from your hand, you can select one dragon-type Dragunity monster in your grave and equip it to it, which makes it really easy to go into Ascalon, and that's when we play this at 3. Then we play 3 copies of Dragunity Sentinus. You can discard a Dragunity card to equip one Dragunity tuner from your deck to this card. Also, you cannot special summon a monster from the extra deck except dragon monsters, which is alright. That's not a big deal. The majority of stuff that we're going to be summoning is dragons anyways. And then once per turn, if a Dragunity card you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can destroy a Dragunity card equipped to this card instead. So it kind of blankets them all from being destroyed, which is really nice. The next card we play is 3 copies of Dragunity Ducks. It gains tuner attack for each Dragunity card you control. That doesn't come into play all that much. I mean, he can come out really easily at like 1900, 2100 if you have like 2 or 3 Dragunities on your field. And then when it's normal summoned, you can target one level 3 or lower Dragunity card in your grave and equip it to this card. That's a really big play in this deck, is playing like normal summoning out Ducks and then getting a play off with Ducks. So that's why I play it at 1. Or, I mean at 3. Then we play 1 copy of Dragunity, this Dragunity right here. We play it, when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Dragunity card from your hand and equip it with this card. And when this card is sent into the graveyard while equipped to a monster, select 1 card on the field and destroy it. That's the big reason that we play it, is because like if we normal summon out Ducks, or normal summon out this, and then equip it to Ducks, and then special summon it to our field by an effect, then synchro it away for a 6, you can get some really good pluses off of it by just getting like the synchro summon off. Like synchroing the Ducks away with this equipped to it just gets you a destruction effect, which is nice. Then we play 3 copies of Dragunity Koos, which is the kind of new one that came from Cybernetic Horizon. It cannot be used for a synchro summon except for a Dragunity monster, which is not a big deal. We have plenty of them in the extra deck. And then if it's used as synchro material, it can be treated as a level 4. And when it's synchro summon, if this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can special summon this card that's equipped. So like that's really nice to be able to like normal summon out a Mistletoe, equip it to the Mistletoe, special summon this out, and then synchro for 10, which you can go into Ascalon, which is really nice. Then we go into our 3 copies of Dragunity Phalanx. Once per turn, when this card is equipped to a monster, you can special summon this card. So like if you normal summon out, that's the big play in this deck, is if you normal summon out Ducks, you can equip this to it, special summon it out, and then start synchro climbing up with Ducks and Phalanx. Like that's the big thing. So we play it at 3. That's it for the Dragunities. For the tech cards that we play 1 copy of Mist Valley Baby Rook. When it's sent directly from the hand to the grave, you can special summon it, which is nice to get a level 2 tuner that's a wind on the field. And it's pretty easy with a couple of combos in the deck that you can just send it directly from the grave for cost. And I mean, not really cost, but like send it directly from the hand to the grave with a couple of effects. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, just really an important card to play in this deck because everything's just about a dragon. It can bring back your Synchro monsters and bring back some other really, really nice cards that you need. I play a Garuda the Wind Spirit because everything's wind just about in the deck, and you need that extra body on board to Synchro away sometimes. Zaphros the Elite. Zaphros the Elite's here because, like, if you have Zaphros on board or in the grave or sent to the grave, you can bounce a card to your hand, reuse it, and then also get Zaphros like live on board to Synchro away, which is nice. And then for the final 3 cards, I play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Now, if you can't afford Ash Blossoms and you just want to play like the Dragunities as they are, you can drop these 3 out and play like Effect Veiler, Ghost Ogre, anything that you want to play as a hand trap. I just chose to play 3 Ash Blossoms because I pulled 3 out of my Shadows and Valhallas, which you guys haven't seen that. They're somewhere on my channel and you guys can go check those out. But 3 Ash Blossoms just to prevent your opponent and protect you a little bit. I like Call by the Grave a little bit more, but this is just disruption on your opponent's turn, so you can summon out like Crystal Wing and go at them with Crystal Wing. And just good protection. But that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. The monsters is really where this deck excels, but the spells is where we start like winning. But the really cool thing is this deck is actually getting a Link monster really, really soon, which is really awesome. I don't know when it's going to release. It might release in Savage Strike in January because it's a Synchro pack, and I think that that might play into the Dragunities because they're all about synchroing. So we play 1 copy of Soul Charge. I will say this, guys, as well. If anything changes on the list about this deck after I record it, I will post down in the comments fixes for the deck. So look down there. If I haven't, comment and tell me, hey, DarkArmedDuelist, fix this deck. Tell me what I need to do to change out the cards that have been hit on the list. 1 copy of Foolish Burial, just to send like ducks and stuff like that, or not ducks, but Phalanx to grave and Koos to grave, so we can get some like plays going. 1 copy of Monster Reborn is just good in the deck. It's good in every deck, just about, except Pendulum decks. 2 copies of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is really good because it can negate hand traps and like let us keep going with our plays. 3 copies of Dragunity Divine Lance. Now this is an equip card that's like really interesting. You get to only equip it to a Dragunity monster and it gains attack equal to the level times 100. So like if you equip it to Ascalon, it gains 1,000, so it goes to like 43, which is really good. But the really good effect is that during your main phase, you can equip 1 Dragon-type Dragunity tuner monster from your deck to a monster equipped with this card. So, like, you can search any single one, and that's what makes this card so good, is because it can get you literally anything that you need out of your deck. And that's really broken. So we need 3 copies of Dragunity Divine Lance. Then I play 3 copies of Cards of Consonance. Since we have so many monsters, so many dragon tuner monsters that are under 1,000 attack, like just looking at the deck, I think I have 9. I have the Phalanxes, which are 500, which is a target. Koos is 1,000, so it's a target. And then we have the Acalins, I think that's how you say it, but it's like 1,000 as well. So all of them are live targets for Cards of Consonance. So we have 7 targets to play it, so it's like Pot of Greed, and it doesn't matter if they're in the grave. So it's like, I mean, it's a +1 almost. So why not? 2 copies of Terraforming just to get out our Dragon's Ravine. I don't know what we're going to do if they hit Dragon's Ravine. I don't think they will. This card's been on and off the ban list for a long time. So I play Dragon's Ravine in here. Once per turn, you can discard a card and then activate one of these effects. Either add a level 4 or lower Dragunity monster from your deck to your hand, or send a dragon monster from your deck to the grave. You guys might have noticed I don't play Destrudo in this deck. I don't feel like Destrudo, like, it's good, but I don't want to pay half my life points for it. I feel like this deck excels on its own without it. If you want to put Destrudo in here, be my guest. That may be a change with the ban list. I might drop it in here. I don't know. But I just didn't find room for it. You can play even with this. You can play Supreme King Dragon Darkworm with the Gate 0 to get some really good plays to go into Meteor Burst. And then if when this video drops. If Tomahawk isn't banned, you can go into Tomahawk and then go into some really good plays. But that's it for the main deck, guys. That's something that you can do. I'm not a big fan of it because, like, it doesn't lead. It leads to Yugioh normally, and I mean that's great and all, but I'm not all about that Yugioh. In some of my videos I am. In this deck, I'm more about getting Crystal Wing on board, Ascalon on board, stuff like that, and swinging at my opponent for the game. I don't usually need to fix my hand in this deck all that much. So we're going to be playing 2 copies of Dragunity Knight Ascalon. Ascalon's effect is that you can banish a Dragunity monster from your grave, then target a card your opponent controls and banish it. Now that is not once per turn, which is really, really good. The other effect of Dragunity Knight Ascalon is if this card is Synchro Summon and its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card, just period, battle, card effect, whatever, you can special summon a Dragunity Synchro monster with 3,000 or less attack, and it's treated as a Synchro Summon from your extra deck, which is pretty cool. And I really love that because it just replaces itself. Then we play 1 copy of Barcha. Barcha is when it's Synchro Summon, you can select any number of Dragunity Knight monsters or Dragunity's monsters in your grave and equip it to this card, which is really good. It can get pretty big pretty fast, and you can Synchro Summon it into it pretty easily. There's some really, really good plays with Barcha. Plus, it's a good level 8 climb to go in Ascalon if we need to. Then I play 2 of the really, really good Dragunity Knight. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target a level 3 or lower Dragunity monster in your grave and equip it with this card, but the really kicker effect is that once per turn, you can send the equipped card to the grave, and until the end phase of this turn, this card's attack becomes doubled, which is just really, 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 really good. I love that because it just becomes a humongous beat stick, and it's just really good that way. Then we play 2 copies of Gay Durg. Its effect is that you can once per turn, add a level 4 or lower dragon or winged beast monster from your deck to your hand, then discard a dragon or winged beast. So if you have something in your hand, like if you want to add Zaphros to hand and send it to the grave, you can. If you want to add Mist Valley Rook from your deck to your hand and then discard it immediately and then special summon it, you can. So that's a really good play to have. Then I play 1 copy of the new-ish Dragunity Knight Lunan. If this card is special summon, you can target a dragon monster or Dragunity monster in your grave and equip it with this card. And then if this card is sent to the grave, you can add, or you can target 1 Dragunity monster you control, equip this card to it, and it gains 1,000 attack and defense. It's a tuner as well, so it helps you level climb if you can normal summon out a level 4 behind this, and then synchro into Ascalon. That's your big play. You really want to play 2 Crystal Wings. I cannot emphasize that enough. You can go into Crystal Wing so easily. I've debated playing 3. I know, I think it was the Kali effect. He plays 3. Shoutouts to him, by the way. Shoutouts to the Kali effect. He actually plays 3 of these in his deck, and it works. I would consider playing 3, but I actually took 1 out to play Omega. I know there's some restriction in this deck that you can only summon, like, winds, or you can only summon dragons and stuff like that, but there are opportunities to summon Omega, and that's why I play it. I play 1 copy of Dragunity Knight King Atum. You just kind of overlay this on top of like 2 of these, or just do something in your deck, like play Mistletoe or something like that to bring back your Red Eyes Darkness Metal to link it away. Then I play a Boral Sword Dragon. I don't have one, I'm proxying it, which if you guys haven't seen my proxy video, go check that out, and this is what they end up turning out like. But you can play Borreload in this position. You can play any Link 4 you want or any Link 3 you want in this position. And then for the final 2 monsters in the extra deck, I play 2 copies of Great Fly just to give me some Link zones. And that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Also, something to side note, this makes all your monsters go up by 500, which is really good. Because if you summon out this and then you summon out Ascalon, it comes out at 38, which is just really big. Or Crystal Wing at 35 plus Monster Negation is just sometimes really hard for people to deal with. But anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I really enjoyed taking this one. It's a really, really fun deck. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's just really, it's a very synchro-heavy deck, and if you like synchro summoning, you'll love this deck. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.